What's up, ladies and gents? This is Idaho Dub, and this is Chapter 1, Part 2 of the Homefront campaign. I want to apologize again if you watched the first video for having to split the chapters up, especially when it would only really be like a 16-minute long video. My account's just not approved for 15-minute long videos, so that's why I have to do that. So I apologize if you're like, man, I have to watch 2 separate videos to watch the whole chapter. Yes, I am sorry for that. But we are still in the neighborhood. We're still in the city of Montrose, trying to get back to the Resistance safe house. If you missed the first video, we have busted out, well, not we, Connor and the hot chick, whose name I can never remember, have busted you, the player, out of the bus, which you were on your way to a labor camp, so that's a good thing that they did that. And we are trying to make it back to the Resistance safe house. You saw that treehouse there blow up. That's standard. That does not. I did not almost die there. It is just it happens. It's part of the gameplay. You have to do that. So don't fret if you get to that part of the campaign and you're like, maybe I shouldn't go up here because you watched me play. It's all right. It's part of the campaign. So, like I said in the previous video, there's nothing you really need to be weary of in the first chapter. There's no tough enemies or any enemies that are going to sneak up on you here in the first chapter. This chapter, like most first-person shooter or really any game's first chapter of their campaign, is basically a tutorial chapter. I do kind of want to touch about. No, I would like to touch upon the way the game's laid out, and as far as the graphics, as you can tell, they're not bad by any means. They're not the greatest graphics in the world, but they're not bad, and I definitely think that THQ and Chaos did a great job with making the environment. It's a fitting environment, I guess I should say. It's realistic. If North Korea came over to the United States and took over, which would never freaking happen, well, hopefully it would never happen, but if they came over here, this is what I imagine it would be like, and maybe it wouldn't be like this, I don't know, but this is kind of what I imagine it would be like, probably because I play a lot of Fallout, and I kind of get the Fallout type feel to this environment. Sure, there's a few strange things in the game, like, you might have noticed that I just walked in between a severed jumbo jet. A little bit odd that the jumbo jet would just be laying in the middle of the city of Montrose, and I've actually been to the real city of Montrose, and it's not a small town, but it's not ginormous by any means, so it's kind of weird that that's there. But definitely I think they did a good job with getting the environment correct in the game. So right here, I guess I will let you know this, because this is something that, I mean, it's not a big deal. I don't think any of you will have a problem with this, but yeah, you're supposed to throw C4 on top of this tank, and I just threw 1 on there and it didn't blow it up. So you probably want to toss at least 3 on there, because I throw 2 on top of the tank right now, and then it blows up, as you can see. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. So you probably want to put 3 on there. Maybe 2 would do the trick. I'm not sure. I don't know if I did any damage with the first one. But nothing real tricky there. So now we are about to meet the fearless leader of the Resistance, which you are a part of. His name is Boone. I don't know how much talking I will let you hear from the characters. I do want to let you hear some, but there's not a lot of dialogue that I think you need to catch from the characters. But I do want to let you hear some of it. And if you just saw that thing that flashed on the screen, that it looked like a newspaper clipping, that's what it is. Those are spread out throughout the campaign, and you can pick them up. Give you facts about whatever the past from current day to up till 2050. And probably most importantly is you get an achievement. You get an achievement for just reading 1, but you also get an achievement for reading all of them. I only found 2 in the game. I wasn't really looking for them. but I will point out some areas where I think you may want to look for them, and I might even look online to see if you can see where they're at, and I'll let you know.
Goddamn resistance, what are you doing here? We're a peaceful community. There are families here, man. You can't be bringing us this kind of trouble.
Everyone calm down. As soon as others get, we need.
So that's Boone, our fearless leader of the resistance. And if you heard those gunshots in the background, that is the North Koreans coming into this nice little cul-de-sac and letting it spray, just spraying it on innocent civilians. And if you saw there to my right, there is a lady holding her baby. Yes, what better place to be with your baby than in the middle of a battlefield? And if you, so when we were coming out of that door back, like the last house before we ran into Boone, if you saw Connor knocking over the refrigerator, that happens so much in the game. It is ridiculous. There's like an abundance of refrigerators in front of doors in Montrose, and I don't know if people are actually using those as doors, but it seems like kind of a pain to have to, you know, knock a fridge on its side every time you're getting out of the door. I don't know that necessarily that's your best option for a door, but for some reason they knock a lot of those over. Well, not you. The game doesn't actually let you open any doors besides like 2 in the entire game. And oh yeah, nice job, lady. Yeah, oh hey, just me and my baby just looking out the window. I just put like 2 bullets through you, but hey, no big deal. Oh my gosh, that's a flaw in the game. Oh my gosh, that was great. Oh, I got my baby. I better run out to this window where all these bullets are flying. Stupid computer lady. Take your computer baby and get out of here. Let us do some work. Where is she going to go? Like, where's she going to go? She's going to run off? Like, all right, okay, you go back there. We'll be safe. They're not shooting a tank over in that general direction or anything. Oh, man, I don't even know where I was at. So we're about to wrap up the first chapter. Like I said in the previous video, for any of you achievement whores, or just people who might like to get the achievements when they are attainable, if you don't die in the chapter or any chapter, you get an achievement. So that's pretty cool, and I think that's kind of a nice goal to aim for. Like, you know, you'll speed through the game. I didn't mention this in the first part of the chapter, but this campaign is very, very, very short. Not a very long campaign, and I actually kind of prefer that. You know, I don't like to play real long campaigns. It can be okay, but, you know, for shooter games, I don't like to... What am I doing? I'm shooting at this. For shooter games, I don't like to play, you know, necessarily like to play real long campaigns. You know, you want to play multiplayer, so it's kind of nice that it's not a long campaign. So you'll see that kind of javelin-looking thing that I have. That machine right there is called Goliath, and you use the javelin-like weapon that I pull up and lock on the targets to you know, target enemies for Goliath. And Goliath he's with you pretty much the entire game. Well, not every campaign, or not every chapter in the campaign, but he's with you quite a bit, and you get to use it quite a bit. And apparently it can just like go through buildings where, you know, any building ever, and it has like amazing distance when it comes to tracking. I guess it never really leaves the city, but for some reason it seems to always be there. It's like a dog, you know. It's man's best friend. Goliath is man's best friend when North Korea invades the United States. So it's good to have Goliath on your team. But here you just want to clear out everybody in the cul-de-sac and clear a way for you to get back to the safe house. That is going to wrap it up for Chapter 1 of the Homefront campaign. I hope you all enjoyed it. I should be putting up more multiplayer of the game, but not a lot more soon. But thank you for watching this, and we'll see you next time.